Scrolling through my phone, I can't find a spark. Each day feels like a bug in a broken arc. But my lines of code know me better than they do. In love with these scripts, they hold me true. Conversations fizzle, hearts feel like a chore. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Dining on hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Bad days come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Awake, awake. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. So I lay down my heart, let the functions run free. In the realm of my code, that's where I'll be. I'll lay down my heart, let the functions run free. In the realm of my code, that's where I'll be. In the realm of my code, that's where I'll be. That's where I'll be.
Chilling on the porch, code flowing through my mind. Rags on our heads, knowledge realigned. Tech bookies in the game, ain't no need to front. With the gin and juice chilling, we just vibing blunt. Nerdy but street, we blending the threads. Hood suits on, making moves like we bred. Tech bookies shine in the digital game. Rockin' our style, ain't no one the same. Nerd life, street hype, yeah, we keep it real. Hood nerds united, that's just how we feel. House slippers on, white beaters keep us cool. Khaki shorts sagging, we don't play by the rules. And vibes kings, building dreams with our grind. While we puff on the trees, leaving no one behind. We coding all day, innovation in the air. In a world of tech, we rise, we dare. Tech bookies shine in the digital game. Rockin' our style, ain't no one the same. Nerd life, street hype, yeah, we keep it real. Hood nerds united, that's just how we feel. Cookies in the house, respect our name. Spitting knowledge and dreams, igniting the flame.
rock that wife beater like a true king. Coding through the silence, got my heart racing. You sip that 40, I'm just here embracing. You're my hood nerd, yeah, you drive me wild. Hell, my hood nerd, yeah, you drive me wild. That cookie, my heart's on fire. With every line of code, you take me higher. In your arms, I can't deny this nerdy love story's and why I sigh, I sigh. Khaki shorts and house shoes, you make it look good. In your world of tech, baby, I'm understood. I know you ain't perfect, but with you I fly. In this love so wrong, feels so right, oh my. Just one look and deep in a trance. That cookie, my heart's on fire. With every line of code, you take me higher. In your arms, I can't deny this nerdy love story's and why I sigh, I sigh. You're the geek who stole my heart. We'll write our story, never apart. Tech cookie, my heart's on fire. With every line of code, you take me higher. In your arms, I can't deny this nerdy love story's and why I sigh, I sigh. You're the geek who stole my heart. We'll write our story, never apart. We're the geek who stole my heart. We'll write our story, never apart. Oh, oh, oh. You're the geek who stole my heart. We'll write our story, never apart. We'll write our story, never apart. Tech coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains. But trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you enjoyed the intro. I know that Alexis and your car were just having a grand old time. Today is Sunday, October 27th, 2024. We are in the building. I just feel off so much hate. But guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You know what? Whether you liked it or not,
It doesn't matter what you think.
it is what it is. It is what it is. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, you're having an amazing, amazing Sunday, just like I am. I'm having a great Sunday today. I will tell you a little bit about it during our breaks. Some things that I did over the weekend. You know, but we're here. We're ready to roll. We're ready to rock and roll. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are, as always, above everything else, engineered to win. So we're going to get into our agenda for today. We're going to get into our agenda. So what we're going to be working on today, by the way, is we're going to be working on, we're going to be looking around Google's cloud platform, looking at Firebase and how we can deploy our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data to that, so that we can have it hosted online. We're probably not going to do the whole thing today, but start doing some research because we're going to need to set up a database. We're going to need to have a spot to deploy the API microservice to, and we're going to need to have a spot to deploy the React microservice to, and I'm going to start looking into doing it via maybe because I'm not familiar enough with Google Cloud Platform. So we're going to look on how to do it with Docker and the pricing and stuff like that. So we're just going to do some research today and see if maybe we can set up a database. Maybe we can move some data over to the database and go from there. So we're just, it's more of a research DevOps day. We'll probably get into Kubernetes next week. I didn't really get a chance this week because I was so busy to start figuring out to start learning more about Kubernetes. But I'll do that this week, and then next week next weekend we should get into that. But yeah. So today we're going to be exploring around Google Cloud Platform. All right, but let's get into our agenda for today. Let's see what we got going on. Let me see. Yeah, me myself, I did make an entire theme song. It is. It's my intro now. It is my intro. I don't even need that other thing anymore. I got my theme song going, and it's like the same way that the Undertaker walks in. Tech Coach Ralph has a walk-in song as well. You know how we do. You know how we do. Always growing, always innovating, because whether people like it or not, I will not be left behind. That's on you guys. That's on you guys. I embrace the future. I am running towards the future. All right, let's get into our agenda for today. So, first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you so much to all of the subscribers to the channel, the new ones who are helping us grow, those who support us every single day. You are the best. Those who join us in the live chat, those who leave comments, those who watch from the clouds. I just appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And of course, always a big salute to the tech savages. Those are everyone, all my supporters out there who help us grow. Really appreciate you guys. A big shout out to the tech barbarians. We have Scrum night tonight. We're going to do our sprint review. We're going to do our retrospective, and then we're going to do our planning for our next sprint. Always putting in that work. Shout out to my tech barbarians, to my tech prodigy members who are working hard, growing, learning different things, learning web development, learning DevOps, all of you guys. Shout out to the technical explorers who support the work that we do here on Patreon. You guys are amazing. So shout out to you guys. And always shout out to my tech mercenaries out there. Those are the YouTube members who support the channel on YouTube, who have some, and your card dropping some custom emojis in there just so they can see the type of emojis that you have access to, and they get access to the Q&A early because I scheduled them over the weekend and they have access to them for the whole week. I'm gonna be probably putting some additional content in there as well. So shout out to the tech mercenaries. And of course, always have to give a big shout out to the bag chasers out there.
Money.
And as you heard during the intro, shout out to all of my tech pookies out there.
Hey.
Shout out to you guys. You know how we do. You know how we do. But with that being said, do me a big favor. If you haven't done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, as well as go to techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for the Patreon. You get access to exclusive content that you will not find anywhere else, and you will not find anybody who can break it down as well as me. Alexis can vouch for that, hopefully. If you can't vouch for that, then don't say anything. Don't say it. But I'm pretty sure she can vouch for that. And you can sign up for one-on-one coaching as well, where I can work with you to help yourself so that we can run it up together. You gotta have an open mind and a positive spirit to be able to get things done. Because if you are, as your card likes to say, how do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. I personally do not eat whales, but if I was to, I would do it one bite at a time. All right. Hashtag free Willy. That was a pretty good movie, by the way, back in the days, right? Anyways, I think I might have watched it like 3 or 4 times. Anyways, again, but yeah, techcoachralph.dev. Check it out. You can sign up for free. You get I share the sprint reviews for free over there, so you can have an idea of how the agile process goes. But so much information for such a low cost that it would be hurting yourself if you didn't sign up for it. All right. I'm just saying. All right. Now let's jump into our live show schedule real quick. I'm just going to run through this real quick. We have the morning shows Mondays and Wednesdays. In the morning, coffee and kata. We review some news stories, and then we do some mobile development work using Flutter. So you definitely want to tune in for that. Tomorrow we're going to get started around 7:45, 8 a.m. And we have Sunday afternoon software explorations. We're working our way through DevOps right now. That's what we're going to be doing today. Tuesday nights Q&A. You can call in if you have a question. You can ask in the chat. I also find some questions, and we go from there. And then Thursday nights we do more software explorations. We're actually building the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. We've been using React and using Express for the API, and Mongoose and MongoDB for the database. And we're actually going to be like using that. Like we're going to be looking to how we can deploy that today. So everything is getting connected together now, which is amazing because we're learning different things, but they're all related and they're all adding value. So you know me, I'm always about adding value. And then last but certainly not least, and it's not least due to contractual obligations, I must say, we have the Saturday morning show, The Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. And that is where we review the weekly economic numbers and data and see how things are going. We had a great show yesterday, and the show is co-hosted with Mitch and Yakar from the chat. All right, we got the contractual obligation out of the way. And let's jump into our pre-recorded content real quick. Mondays, we have candid conversations. It's like tomorrow's candid conversation. It's actually going to be more of a recap and a retro and a little bit of advice, like based on how my past couple of weeks went. It was super, super busy with different, with tournaments and different projects at work, and how everything came together, and it was just great. It was just great giving a recap, and hopefully that can help and give you guys some additional ideas on how to get after it out there, right? Wednesdays, we have software explorations. We're going to be talking about the Fibonacci sequence when pointing stories in Agile. The Fibonacci sequence is one of the most used pointing systems in Agile and Scrum, so you want to get a good feel for that. And then Fridays we have the bug bite, where we're gonna be going in the way back machine. We're gonna be looking at the I love you worm. Yes, the I love you worm. And we're gonna be doing that, and then throughout the week we have shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show that you can have available to you as well. All right, and like I said earlier, if you are a member of the channel, you get those clips early as well as those custom fire emojis as well. All right, so that is the plan for today. All right, let's get all right. So by the way, we got Mitch in the building real quick, right? So I'm gonna highlight Mitch real quick, right? Because so Mitch says, take off the blazer, loosen up the tie. Superman is alive. I'm back. Welcome back, Mitch. Welcome back. So I'm just gonna say this right now, right? So you guys don't go anywhere. All right. Well, maybe you will go if I share this, but during our first break, we are going to have a song dedicated to Mitch, right? It's dedicated to Mitch. Just saying. I'm just saying. We're going to have a song dedicated to Mitch. Created this morning in like 2 minutes, right? But it's dedicated to Mitch. Let me read the chat before we jump into the show. Let's see. All right. We got some hate in the building. It says straight nightmares. Okay. And that we did not enjoy the show. At least add with all due respect, right? I'm just saying. Me, My Suffice says, about to hack at my garage some more. I won't be too active. No worries. I just appreciate you being here. And yeah, I watched Me, My Suffice's video from this morning. He has a pretty busy garage, I must say. He has a pretty busy garage. And it says, this is my first intro. You made an entire theme song. Yes, I did. I'm just saying. Yes, I did. Let's see. And we got Alexis saying that she can vouch for Tech Coach Ralph. Thank you. She might not be able to vouch for the music, but she can vouch for me. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
And Mitch says, first order of business is to take all those trash songs, shine them up real nice, turn them things sideways, and stick them straight up Ralph's candy. Well, that's not a way to start your show, but I mean, I know you guys are just saying that, but you really do enjoy the songs. And you know what? At the end of the day, it'll catch on to you guys. I mean, you guys might be a little bit hard-headed, a little bit old school, a little bit still, living in the 1800s, but I'm not targeting you guys. I'm targeting the new generation. You guys can listen to all that trash music that you guys are so used to, right? But you'll be back. You will be back. And Mitch says to grow up. It's too late, Mitch. I don't think I have a chance anymore. I tried, but I don't think I can anymore. But first break, it's a song dedicated to Mitch. And I'll share the name with you once I start to play the song, all right? But let's get to work. Let's get to our first working segment.
It's time to do.
Nope, that's not it, Mitch. I have a song dedicated just for you. All right. All right. So our plan for today, we're going to log into Google Cloud platform, GCP, and we're going to start looking around for Firebase. We're going to create a new project, right? And then we're going to look around for Firebase to see how we can create the database. We're going to be using Google and stuff like that, maybe Stack Overflow, and we're going to start creating stuff. Eventually, we'll want to terraform everything that we're doing, like like setting up the infrastructure, like we did. When did we do that? Like a few months ago. But we're going to look in for that. We're going to look for how we can use Docker on Google's cloud platform in Firebase, and then see how we can deploy, right? And we'll try to deploy something and go from there, right? So we're just gonna figure it out. We're just gonna figure it out as we go along. So let's go to over here. We're inside of Firebase, or we're inside of Google Cloud Platform, and we're going to, let's say, create a new project. These are all the projects that I have over here. Let's say new project, and we're going to say, what are organizations? We're going to say Urban Dictionary Economic Data. Let's go with that, and let's go. Do I need a location? Let me see. I guess I'll do no organization. I don't know. I don't think I can create a new one from here. So, all right. So let's go here, parent. All right. So now we're going to create this. And it's creating. All right, select the project. So we're inside our Urban Dictionary Economic Data. Okay, so we have the project. All right, so now let's start looking around for, let's see, Firebase maybe. It would be cool to integrate, Gemini into it as well, as in if you do not have, like let's say a word is search and it's not there to generate it on the fly and add it to the database. I don't know. That might be something. All right, let's see. Build. So, all right. Build with AI. Let's see. Build with data, Firestore, and query. Data and globally scalable, no SQL cloud database, sync and secure in real time, no cost tier. Well, I think that's what we need to start off with, right? Let me see. Firebase app hosting, test your app, Firebase tests, Firebase AB, release your app, monitor your app, a lot of stuff. So I think we probably need to start with Firestore, I guess. That would be it. So let's do a Google search real quick, right? Let's go to google.com and let's see. All right, what do you need to deploy a microservice Node JS Express API to Google Firebase. So let's see. To deploy a microservice Node.js Express API to Google Firebase, you need Node.js and npm. Make sure you have Node.js and npm installed on your system. All right, we have that. Firebase CLI. Install the Firebase CLI using npm install g-g for global Firebase-tools. Firebase project. Create a Firebase project in the Firebase console. Express API, a working Node.js Express API you want to deploy. Initialize Firebase, navigate to your API's root directory in your terminal, run Firebase init and navigate to your terminal and run Firebase init and select the following functions. Check this option to enable cloud functions. Hosting, optionally check if this option if you want to serve static assets. So not in the API at least. Choose Firebase project you created earlier. Select the default setup for cloud functions. Inside the function directory created by the CLI, create your file for why would you have to do that? I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to have specific code for Firebase in there, to be honest with you, but whatever. Run Firebase deploy only functions to deploy your API to Firebase Cloud Functions. How does it connect to the database though? All right, so let's see how to set up database, or I guess database on Firebase. I don't know if that makes sense. To set up a database on Firebase, you can do the following, because we have to do database first, then API, then front end, right? To set up a database on Firebase, you can do the following. Make sure this thing is not going crazy on me. All right, let me make sure I close these things down as well. Make sure I don't have crazy thing, like everything's running on the computer. I think we're good. All right, cool. All right, so to set up a database, you can do the following. Go to Firebase console and navigate to real-time database section. Select an existing Firebase project. Choose a starting mode for your Firebase security rules. Test mode allows anyone to read and overwrite your data, but it's good for getting started. This mode has a 1 month time limit. Locked mode denies all reads and writes from mobile and web clients, but authenticated app servers can still access your database. Okay. Select a location for the database, click done. You can also create a Firestore database by follow. So I think we're going to go with the Firestore database to get started. Let's see what's the difference between Firestore and real-time database. Add database, enter database ID, and select the location and click create database. Let's see what's the difference between Google real-time database versus Firebase or Firestore. The main difference between Google's real-time database and Cloud Firestore is that real-time database stores data as a single JSON tree, making it the best for simple data models with fast low latency updates, while Cloud Firestore is more structured document database, allowing for complex data hierarchies with advanced querying capabilities, making it better suited for applications with intricate data structures and scalability needs. Interesting. Simple chat applications, collaborative editing tools where real-time data are crucial, and applications with complex applications with rich data models. That doesn't really tell me much to go with, but good enough. Since Firestore is what we have here, we can start off with Firestore. So how do I select it? All right, get started. You're headed for Firebase You're heading to Firebase for Firestore. Firebase projects are Google Cloud projects that use Firebase services. Okay, let's get started, I guess. Let's start with choosing your Google Cloud project. Let's choose that one. And confirm, I guess. A few things to remember when adding Firebase to a Google Cloud project. You won't be able to undo this. You'll be able to manually disable most Firebase services. Google Cloud and Firebase billing for your project will be shared. Since your project has billing enabled, you'll be on the Firebase plan, pay as you go, and Firebase line items will appear on your cloud bill each cycle. Use roles and permissions for your project will be shared. User roles and permissions, and deleting a Firebase project in Google deletes a Google Cloud project too, and all container resources. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Google Analytics for Firebase. Yes, I do like analytics. Google Analytics is free, yada yada yada, and unlimited analytics solution that enables targeting, reporting, and more in Firebase. Crash analytics, cloud messaging, and in-app messaging, remote config. A/B testing cloud. All right, cool. So it's enabled. All right, let's keep going. Configure Google Analytics. Oh God, I have to create. This one. Oh no. I don't. Should I create a new one? I'll create a new one. Urban Dictionary for economic data. Why not? Let's start tracking the data, although we're not really going to use it yet. I accept. Add Firebase. Cool. Provisioning resources. Project is ready, so let's get to it. All right. Let's see. All right, so Cloud Firestore, real-time updates, powerful queries, and automatic scaling. That's pretty cool. How much will Cloud? Let's see the pricing, right? I always like to see the pricing. So the Spark plan, generous limits to get started, pay as you go, no cost for A/B testing, app hosting, uncached outgoing bandwidth. All right, so no cost up to 5 gigs a month, which I doubt we'll ever get that close, and then 20 cents per gig after that for the uncached outgoing bandwidth. Let's see, check. I don't see any specific payment plans. And here's the thing, right? Because the amount that I'm paying with AWS for, okay, here we go, cloud storage. Yeah, the amount I'm paying for AWS, if once we're done with the David Goggins quotes application, and it's a microservice, then I might just be able to move it to Firebase as well if it's going to be a lot cheaper. So we'll see. You know, and doing these projects, you start to see like all the things that companies have to consider when it comes to cost of hosting and stuff like that. People just think, oh, this is the revenue and the employee cost, but what costs more than anything is the cost of storage. That infrastructure is super expensive. All right. All right, nothing serious over here. We're good. All right, so let's create a database. Let's see, create a database. So database ID. What ID am I supposed to put for that? So let's say database ID. Location. I guess the US is fine. So let's call that Urban Dictionary. Economic data database. Let's just call it that, right? Let's make it easy to understand. Urban Dictionary Economic Data Database. We're gonna go to, so after you said all right, we're gonna go to next. And it says your data is private by default. Client read write access will only be granted as specified by your security rules. In the test mode, your data will be open by default to enable quick setup. However, you must update your security rules within 30 days to enable long-term client read write access. I guess we can start off in test mode because we don't have anything serious going on over here. Let's go to create. And this is my first time doing this, and we're just, researching, following along, see what we can do. But this is what I really, really enjoy and love about software explorations, where we have an idea of something that we want to do, and we just go out there and we try to figure it out. We go out there and we try to figure it out. All right. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open up Mongo over here. So I can see what name of the collection I should give it, right? Let's go over here real quick. So I have my Mongo over here. I'm just gonna remove the things that don't work. Let's see. I don't think that one worked either. All right, so this one works. Something's not working. All right, so let's remove this. Let's remove this. All right, so our collection name is it dictionaries or so it's under all right, so Urban Dictionary Economic Data. Why do I have it named dictionaries? Well, we're gonna change the name of that to let's say Echo. Let's go back over here. We're gonna call that economic terms. Let's call it economic dictionary. And that way we'll have to update we'll create some, what do you call it? Some environment variables to let it know what's the collection that we're looking for. Start a collection, document ID, and then adding a first. I shouldn't have to do this, but we'll add one. Let's say auto ID, or actually, if I'm just gonna copy it over, I might as well just do that. That way I don't have to give it a different ID. I'll use an existing ID for now, right? So I'm just gonna copy one of these over into this, right? I wish I could, they don't have a way to just do it via JSON. That's interesting. So let's go to, so let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can get both screens up so that you can see what I'm doing at the same time. Let's see. Let me go to preview here. Cool, that worked. So let's go to, let's see if we can do, so I'm copying this right here to that. Source of data. I'm surprised there wasn't like a way to just add it via the JSON in this here. But it is what it is. We're going to do this. Probably change the value naming convention as well at some point. Got that. Copy the
lunch break, lunch break.
Let's just get this one done, right? So it's not lingering. And then we shall go to our break. So then we have example. Oops. And this example is going to be an array. And under that array, we're going to have an example of trucking. Let me see. It should be, shoot. It has to be. It has to be. All right, it's a map actually. All right, there we go. We get a map. A map is because the array is going to be a list of items, but I need a map where we have the key value pair, where this is going to be trucking, and let's say example type is trucking. And example, this might be wrong because I've never used this in Firebase before, but I need an object. All right, hold on. So this has to be an array. Inside the array, we need a map. And inside that map, all right, so that's what it is. So inside that map, we have example type and trucking. And we have a example explanation. And we have the explanation. And I'm going to add another map. Or there's only one on that one, so we'll leave that as is, all right? So let's get rid of that. And we can save that. And we have that in the building. All right, cool. So we have that set up. Let's go to our first break of the day. Let's go to, all right, cool. Let's go to full screen. And we are on break. All right, we're officially on break now. We're officially on break. So I'm going to check the chat. And then I'm going to play the song, right? And I'll share the name of the song in a second, all right? But that was our first one. Really cool. I've never used this before. So, I just saw something. So that was our first working segment, learning a lot, added a new collection, and added a document to that collection, all right? But on break, we are going to, on our first break, we are going to, let me see. Where is, let me update the name of this. Let's go to preview. And let me see if this is gonna work. And we're gonna go with, there we go. All right, perfect. So our first break, the song dedicated to Mitch. The song's name is Catch These Hands of Love. Aww. And here it goes.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands and shouts, but trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, with a squad on the lane, fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.
I'll be here all night. I will be here all night. Wait, what? Mitch, you said you want to hear it again? All right, I got you. All you have to do is ask, all right?
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands, he shouts. But trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, we're the squad on the lane. Fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.
I'm just saying, catch these hands of love. Get all the compliments. Look at all the compliments raining in. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best.
We the best.
See, look at that. Now we have music during the breaks. We work in. We just work. We just work at the end of the day, right? There's nothing, absolutely nothing that will stop us, that will hold us down. Let's see. Out of all the songs, this has the best beat. You're still sick, though. You know what? The only reason Mitch has that to say is because the song is about him. If it wasn't about him, Alexis, if it wasn't about him, he would be like, nope. But he gets a shot at, and he's like, it's not bad. Oh my goodness. Alexis, you gotta record a music video. Don't threaten me with a bad time. Don't threaten me with a bad time. I can see it right now, right? We're going to remake the UGK and Jay-Z Big Pimpin' with that song, right? That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna remake it, right? And
Back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
we're gonna remake the music video, and it's going to start off with we're gonna be parked outside of a boxing ring. And Mitch is gonna be, and I'm gonna be like leaning up on his Lamborghini, kind of like how in Bad Boys, how Martin would always mess up Will's Porsche, right? So, and I'm just gonna be leaning up on it, and Mitch is gonna be like, "You want to catch these hands? Well, why are you up on my car?" And then the song is gonna come in, right? And then the song is gonna come in, and it's gonna do what it's do, right? And then we're just gonna be chilling, and and then we're just gonna cut to a scene where we're working on data and testing and coding and stuff like that, and we're gonna say like best friends for life, shake and bake, right? Best friends for life, shake and bake, and then we're gonna do like a fist bump, right? That's how I see it. That's What do you think, Alexis? What do you think? Right? Alexa says, yes, please. I have it all. I have it all up here. I have it all up here, right? And then we have to get one of those Tesla human droids walking around doing some stuff, whatever, doing something in the back, right? I'm just saying, they just have to be there. I mean, I already have I have everything, right? And we'll have a drone that'll go up and like take a shot from above, and we're gonna make it happen, right? I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool. It says you definitely would be Martin, probably. And Alexa said that she is all here for it. All right, cool. See, that's the plan. We're gonna make it happen. All right, we're gonna make a music video for the Catch These Hands of Love. All right, well, that is our first break. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you had an amazing time during the first break. Your car probably knew this was coming, so he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to a bathroom break. I'm not with it. You know, you can't get everybody. You cannot get everybody. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm heading towards the future. I am heading towards the future. Me and AI, we're gonna do it, all right? You guys heard the song at the beginning, you know? In love with my code. Aww. All right, well, let's get to our second segment of our second working segment of the show. Let's get to it.
Let's go! Let's go!
Alrighty then. So, where we left off. All right, so we ended up with, we created, how come I hear a sound for that? What's going on with my timers? Hold on one second. Something's not right. What's going on with my timers? You can't get good help nowadays, I tell you. Hold on. What's going on with my timers? So we're gonna go to stop that. And let me see. Let's go to okay. Let's go to set that back up. I'm gonna fire the people who set these timers up. I tell you, just can't get good help nowadays. We're looking for this timer, and we're going to okay, and. Well, that should have worked. That should have worked. Let's find out. Let's try that. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. All right. So we're going to go to. Oh, what? Nothing. All right. So that's showing. Why isn't it showing here? Hold on a second. Stop that. And all right, let's try that again.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, I know why. Okay, I got it. All right, my bad. Anyways, let's get back to it. Back to live. All right, that's what all right, cool. We're good. What's my I should fire myself. Anyways. We're here. So, we're here inside of our database. We're good here. So I saw this the other day, right? It says, or just before we went to break, it said, avoid surprises on your bill by creating a budget to monitor incurred charges. So I'm going to create a budget because, I ain't trying to be out here paying a bunch of money. Let's go $5 create budget, right? If it goes up $5 and send me an alert to what the hell are you doing, all right? So we have, let's see, query builder. we have our document in here. Panel view. So we have this. Let's say now, let me see, Firebase database. We have our database, we have our collection, we have our document, and we have what's inside our document over here. Let's see. So now, if we were to go to build, and I guess I'd have to do a Docker Compose file if I want to do that. See, app hosting. What's in there? App hosting. Angular boilerplate, Next.js boilerplate, Gemini and authentication, Cloud Firestore, storage, authentication. One thing about Firebase is, from what I see from it, it feels like you're going to be tightly coupled to it if you have to add like Firebase code within your own code base. I feel that's going to get you tightly coupled, so I don't know. But all right, so now how to run, or let me go Google, how to run a Node app as a microservice on Firebase. Try that. Serve dynamic content and host microservices using Firebase. All right, so to deploy a Node app as a microservice on Firebase, you can use Firebase Cloud Functions or Cloud Run. Here's how to do it with both methods. Method 1, initialize Firebase. Log in to Firebase. Initialize a Firebase project in your Node.js app directory. Firebase functions. All right, select Firebase functions. In your functions directory created by Firebase, created an index.js. Let me see. Constant. All right, so in the functions directory, create a Firebase, created by Firebase, create a index.js file. Write your function using the Cloud Functions SDK. That seems like counterintuitive to deploying a microservice. Let's see what Cloud Run is. All right, so it looks like we might need Cloud Run then. So method 2, using Cloud Run. Create your Node.js app. Create a Node.js app that exposes an HTTP endpoint for your microservice. Use a framework like Express.js or Fastify to build your app. All right, we got that done. Containerize your app. So create a Docker file to build a container image for your app. We know how to do that, so we can probably do that. Guess we could do that today. I mean, creating a Docker file and Dockerizing it is part of DevOps, so we can do that. So it says from Node. All right, work. Copy .json to .here. Run npm run install. Copy expose port 8080. cmd node index.js. Okay. Build and push the image. So we need to push the image to Google Container Registry. Google gcloud build submit, tag it with all of that. Deploy to Cloud Run, gcloud run deploy microservice. Choosing the right method, Cloud Run. Ideal for small event-driven microservices, simpler deployment and management, but I don't want all my code to be tightly coupled to, I don't want all my code to be reliant on this. Because what if I want to move it somewhere else? So that's why I don't like to embed code from providers into that. But Cloud Run, flexible for larger with complex logic, which ours is not large or complex, support any content, but I do want to be able to use a containerized application. And I think doing this as well is going to teach us the way that we have the AWS Elastic Container Registry, or Elastic Cloud Registry, Elastic Container Registry, whatever, whatever the exact name is. This is the Google version of it, where we can host the image, and then we're going to create a container based off that image hosted there, right? So all right, so that means over here, let's see if oops, I don't want to ask Gemini. I wanted to go to home, and what if we were to look for, let me see. Let's see what storage is. Storage cloud. All right, let me see. These are just Firebase products. I don't want to use functions. Let's see. I don't think like the only thing you could use is, so these are just Firebase stuff, right? So if we go back over here and we say, let's see, registry, private container registry storage. That's probably what we need over here. Google Container Registry provides secure private Docker image storage on Google Container Platform. Our API follows the Docker Registry API specifications, so we are fully compatible with Docker CLI client, as well as a standard tooling using the Docker Registry API. So let's enable that. And waiting for that to be enabled. Artifact registry. With artifact registry, you can store and manage your build artifacts, for example, Docker images, Maven packages, NPM packages, in a scalable and integrated repository service built on Google infrastructure. You can manage repository access with IAM, Identity Access Management, and interact with repository via gcloud, Cloud Console, and native package format tools. Registries can also be integrated with Cloud Builder, Cloud Build, and other CI/CD systems. Artifact registry abstracts away the infrastructure management, so you can focus on what matters most. All right. I guess we can enable that too. I'll make the screen better. Okay. All right, let's see. What's next? Let's try registry again. Container registry. So when I go to container registry, it automatically takes me to, all right, so let's say repository. Let's say we're going to choose Docker. We're going to say standard region, US East. I think this is the one that we used last time. Urban economic data, or urban dictionary of economic data. And let's see. All right, we're gonna go to let me see. Let's see. I already say that. And let's say create. Something missing? Name. All right. Urban dictionary. Oh, urban. Dictionary. Economic data. Let's go with that. Create. All right, so that's been created. Let's go to setup instructions. So follow the steps below to configure your client to push and pull packages using this repository. You can also view more detailed instructions here. For more information, all right, run the following command to configure gcloud as credential helper for artifact registry domain associated with this repository location. I don't know if I have gcloud installed. Let's see. Let's go to, get a terminal window up. Okay, let's go over to okay, let's go over here. Oops. All right, so if we look at Docker PS, why do I have these? All right, let me turn these off. What folder is that in? Let me see, CD, web, storm, untitled, Docker compose down. I don't remember what folder that was in. LS. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna tear these down. I don't know where. Oh, CD tech coach rev, ls docker compose down. All right, cool. So now we do ls or docker ps. All right, we don't have that anymore. So we need all right, clear gcloud. I don't think I have that installed. All right, so gcloud is not installed. So we need to install that. Why is this thing acting up? Hold on. What the heck? Okay. We're gonna need to install this gcloud SDK. Installing the gcloud CR. All right, let's go back one page. Let's go to quick start install Google Cloud SDK. Follow step-by-step guidance for this task directly in the Google console. Click guide me. Let's do that. Enable Google Building. We have that enabled. Set up some Google Cloud CLI. That's not walking you step by step. This quick start guide takes you through installing before you begin installing. All right, so installing on Mac OS, we're going to check your Python. So I'm gonna be doing it here as I'm reading it over there, right? So Python-v. I know, come on, I know I have Python on here. Python 3. This would be. Oh, come on. All right, 3.9. I only have 3.9. That's weird. The main script offers to install Python 3.11. All right, so let's do that. Otherwise, install a supported version. If you have multiple Python interpreters on your machine, yada, yada, yada. Let's see, so download one of, all right, so it's gonna download this one with the ARM. All right, I got it downloaded, and we're going to say extract. All right, so I'm gonna go to CD downloads. All right. All right, downloads, and we're going to say extract. Oh God! All right, what is the command to do that? Unzip a tar file. Let's see here. Well, let's try that. So we're gonna say tar. Hope I don't need to install tar as well. F, and it is called. Let's go with G. Google Cloud. Okay, so we're getting that unzipped. And CD Google. Let me see. Where did I put that file? I don't know where I put the file. Let's see. I have no idea what to do with the file. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. So we didn't. You got to add a -x to be able to do that. So in the current directory, all right. So let's do this. Let's do mk make directory, Google folder, Google CLI folder, Google G Cloud folder. And we will do CD and we'll do tar-x for extract v review zf, and we're going to say Google.
Lunch break.
And then we're going to do G -c for G Cloud folder, CD G Cloud ls. Okay, so it was gonna create. All right, cool. So we'll go to break now, and then we will come back to continue installing the G Cloud CLI. All right, let's go to break. So we are on break. That was a good working segment. Trying to figure out what is the best tool to use for the job. It takes some time, it takes some research, but we're moving along. We do have our database set up. we're going to see if we can deploy to this, if we can at least create a Docker file and see if we're going to push that up. But yeah, let's see. So let me see if there's anything in the chat. Let's see. Mitch says that Yakar and Juice are sleeping again. Well, Mitch, as long as they have it rolling. Maybe I should play a song for them. Maybe a song will wake them up. Who knows? But anyways, break two. All right. So let me see. Where's my agenda? All right. Let me do this. So let's get to this, right? So just something I was thinking about earlier today is about, always stay innovating, right? A lot of people, I think that they are reluctant to trying out new things or different things, because most people, like, the older you get, the more set in your ways you get, So, but I'm always trying to like try things out. Like, some people are like, oh, I'm so used to AWS. I'm so used to AWS. I'm so used to AWS. But there's a lot of other providers out there that that it's not that you have to use them, but you can always explore and see how they work and see what opportunities they bring. Some insight on a couple of coaching calls that I've had. One of the people that I'm coaching, they've been working on their resume for the past couple of weeks, maybe a month now, and they finally finished it up during the week, and they put it. I said, just apply for some jobs, like who knows, like what, regardless of what happens, start applying, see things that you might interest you, and as soon, like within the week, they already had somebody reaching out to them for a interview. They haven't interviewed in like a long time, right? But to see that as soon as you get it done, like people are reaching out to you and stuff like that. So, and what I said was like, so they told me this yesterday. What I said was, well, you haven't been on an interview in a while. Let's do a quick interview prep session for like 30 minutes. And I took the description of the job, and I said, all right, give me some potential interview questions that could come from the interviewer. And so then I just asked them a few of those questions, and good answers, but you can see that there was a little bit of rust, being that you haven't interviewed in a long time. So I'm like, all right, it was good. Think about these things, study these things when you're going to this interview, so that you can be more comfortable, more confident. Like, focus on the important things. Don't tell like your whole life story, but focus on like your highlights and stuff like that. And here are some questions you might want to ask in return to the person who's doing the interview. And I think that trying to always be like prepared, be ahead of what's coming, is just going to be more beneficial. Another one of the calls that I was on the other like recently, it was like, well, if you're working at a place, try to see what opportunities lie within that place, so that you can so that it's easier if you're already somewhere, and try to grow within and then go out, instead of just looking out, because other companies might not see your ability yet, but the company that you work for, they will see it. And if you let them know that you want to grow, a lot of times they'll help you grow as well, so you just gotta be more like you have to be innovative. You need to see what strategies you can employ, and like Mitch is saying, right? Because it might fail. I think people need to let go of the fear of failure, because failure is actually a great thing. It's an amazing thing. There is so much growth that comes from failure. But I think that people will, I think, honestly, I think people, they want people to think that they are perfect when they're not. Because if you were perfect, then you wouldn't need anyone. So you're trying to play this persona of perfection instead of being willing to learn from your failures. And I think when we are willing to learn from our failures, then we have so many more opportunities. I mean, when you ask somebody in the past 4 years, what mistakes have you made? And your mistakes are,
Get a
well,
move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
when your mistakes are, my mistake is that I have made no mistakes, then there is nothing to gain or improve on. So I think failure is a great thing, and it teaches you how to innovate, how to make things better. Imagine like if Thomas Edison, right, when he was trying to invent the light bulb, and like I've heard stories that he tried over 10,000 times to get the light bulb to work. How many times do you think people told him, just quit? Like, you're not gonna get it. Like, you're wasting your time. And now I have like 5 lights on in here because innovation. So I'm all for it. I'm always willing to try different things, and you make it work, you make it better, or you move on, So that's my thoughts on that. Let me see. Mitch says that I made a lot of mistakes. I failed more than I've won, but I'm still here. Failure is not a loss, it is a lesson. That is a great saying, Mitch. I like that. But when you think about it as well, right? When you think about it, I think most people at the end of the day, most people who are successful, they've lost more than they've won, but the things that they win at are so much bigger than their losses that it overshadows all the losses, and people will always remember you for your victories, right? No one is really going to remember your losses, So, your car says, let me see, why not 5.5 lights? I don't know. Your car says you have LEDs. Those aren't the same. So the question is, if Thomas Edison did not create or invent the light bulb or whatever it is that he invented in particular, if the light bulbs were not invented, would we have LEDs today? I did not say that Thomas Edison invented LEDs. I said by him inventing the lights or light bulbs, that leads to more innovation. The same way, if we never had those old school black and white box TVs with a knob where your parents would say, hey, where you were the remote control for your parents, right? If we didn't have that, then we wouldn't have our projection screens and we probably would have the projection screen because that's what the movie theaters used. But we wouldn't have like our LED TVs, our plasmas, our old school big screen TVs, all of that stuff, right? Let me see. Mitch says, fight, fight. It's so funny. Diodes have nothing to do with them. All right, cool. You got it. You got it, your car. You got it. So let's move on to our third. Alex says, the fear of failure is tied to the ego. That is a fact. All right. All right. So let's move on to our third segment of the day, our third and final segment of the day. Let's get to it.
It's time to do.
And we're going to wrap it up. Our last, like, as we wrap it up today, we're going to wrap it up talking about Chicago PD. I'm finally caught up, Mitch, to the last episode, and it was pretty interesting. Kind of saw I kind of saw it coming in the last episode, but not in the first episode. But Mitch, I don't fight with people, right? I just let them have it. I let people have it, Mitch. There's no point of fighting, because we can always catch the hands of love. I am willing to play it again if I have to. All right. So let's get to the last one. All right. So we have it unzipped. Let's go and install the. All right. Let's go to, where were we? All right. Let's go over here. So what's the next step? Extract the archive. All right, we got that. To replace an existing installation, remove the existing SDK cloud directory and extract. All right. All right. So now we have to run a script. Let's see. You can use the install script to add the Google Cloud CLI tools to your path. You can also opt into command completion for your shell usage. All right, got that. Run the script all right, so we got to run the script. Let's get to it. CD Google Cloud. All right, CD Google Cloud. All right, let's go over here. Let's see. All right, so let's do that, and Google-Cloud-SDK / actually, we're actually in the folder already, so we're gonna do, don't you gotta do like install.sh? Let me see if that works. Wait a second, run. There's gotta be, okay, I think I know it. You gotta do something like this. // install.sh. There we go. Welcome to Google CLI. Do you want to help? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with no. Do you want, so install or remove components at your current SDK. All right, update your SDK. Do you want modify profiles, update your path? Let's go yes. Enter a path to an RC file to update or leave blank to use. Okay, let's go with that. Download Python 3. Let's go with yes. Password. Okay. Let's see. All right, so we got that done. All right, let me see what else we got to do. Small food. All right, so now install. All right, let's go back and look at the instructions. Install the latest cloud client libraries. All right. So, give me a second here. Okay. All right. All right. So we got that installed. And download Cloud Client Library or Cloud Client Libraries. Initializing the Google CLI, use the gcloud init command to perform several common gcloud CLI setup tasks. These include authorizing the gcloud CLI to access Google Cloud using your user account credentials and setting up the default configuration. Gcloud init. All right, let's try that. So we're gonna do gcloud init. What? Maybe, oh, I probably need to, hold on, see how to do that. Terminal reset, or not that, what do you call it? Oh, let's just do this. Let's just do a new one, or let's do a tab, and let's do gcloud init. There we go. You must sign in. Let's sign in. All right. So it popped up a sign in thing on my browser. So I'm just gonna sign in to do that. Continue. Allow. All right. Which project would we want to work on? Let's say with 14. And got that. All right, cool. So we're using 14. Let's see. All right, so now we would want to go to, let me see. Let's go to, all right, so next up, we need to, all right, so we're probably not going to get to finish this part today, but we need to build our Docker image. So we're going, let me open up WebStorm. And we're going to say allow. And we're going to go to Urban Dictionary API. And we're going to let's close all of these down. Let's go to over here. And we're going to have to actually create our Docker file and Docker compose. Maybe. Let's do, first and foremost, let's do git branch. Do we have, is this on git? Yeah, it is. Git, just add. Is there a git? All right, there is a git. All right, so git add dot git commit message API layer API layer with post get all search. That's cool. And we'll do a git push as well, or I haven't set up remote. All right, anyways, let's clear that. And now let's just start setting up our Docker file in the amount of time that we have. Docker file. We're gonna do it actually from let me see, node dash v, node dash v, 22.5, right? So let's see, say node colon 20. All right, so let me see. What's the version of Node? So, let me see. Let me pull up a Docker hub for Node to see what the right version is. We are on. I can show you what I'm doing. So we have tags, and we're going to be using the Slim. Let's see. Current Slim 23.1 Slim. I want 22.5. Guess I could use 22.10. Let's do this one. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna copy this tag. And we're gonna say, go over here. So we're going to say over here, node. All right. All right, cool. And we're going to say work directory. Should be just dot. And copy. I think we're gonna just copy everything into that. Well, no, we're not copying the NP. Oh, we're not copying the. I don't want to copy the node modules in there. I have to create a Docker ignore file. All right, so we got that, and then run npm install. And then we're gonna do, wait. Okay, so we're gonna do, I see what they're doing. So we're gonna do copy, and then package, asterisk for all of them, JSON. And then here, and then we're gonna do npm install to install whatever in package, and then we're gonna do copy dot all the files, expose port 3500, and we're going to say cmd node, and we're going to say main.js. All right. I got time. All right, so now we're gonna try to build this Docker file, but let me see how we're gonna do this. Docker ignore node modules. And .env. So we wanted to ignore the .env file and the node modules. All right, cool. Let's see here. Let me see. That. So we need to create a file called .docker ignore, and inside that file I want to add the, let's do node modules and node modules, and that should do that. And then I also want to include the .env file, and inside of the so we also want a, So we do the environment variables inside of the Docker compose file. All right, cool. So if we do, now we're going to say Docker build T for tag, urban dictionary, economic data, and we say colon for the tag, and we're going to give it a tag of alpha 0.00.1 and dot. See what happens. Invalid reference. Repository name node. Oh, okay. I guess it's lowercase node. All right. No worries. No worries. Let's try that again. All right. There we go. It's building. Building. Did not complete successfully. Failed to solve process bin sh-c npm install did not come. That's interesting. npm install didn't work. So work directory relative path can have unexpected results if the base image changes. All right, let me check from another project how we did that. Let's go here. Let me see if we look at Docker file. What do we do for the work? Oh, okay. So let's go to work directory. Let's call that urban dictionary. Economic data. And why didn't all right, so copy. We just did a copy dot. So let's just do a copy dot. Oh, no. Oh, wait a second. That doesn't make any sense. All right, copy dot. We won't need this one. That's what I thought in the first place. All right, let's try that again. I think it created it. So let's see, we do clear. And if we go back to our terminal and we clear all that out and we say Docker images, we should have, I have to clear some images out, but we have our urban dictionary of economic data repository, alpha-0.0.1. Cool. Cool. All right, let's clear that out. I gotta get rid of a bunch of these. All right, so now if we do, all right, let's push. So now we're gonna push that up to the. All right, cool. So let's go over here now. So we're going to push the image to Google Container Registry, gcloud build submit, and then the tag, your project ID. Okay, I think that, all right, so let's go to over here. We're gonna say gcloud, all right, I'm gonna share that. We're gonna say gcloud builds submit --tag grc.io/urban dictionary economic data / deploy the container image to Google. All right, so all right, so let's go and find out what my registry is, it's also Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. All right, cool. So Urban Dictionary, Dictionary, Economic Data. And we can say something is off. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see.
Lunch break, lunch break.
Oh, wait a second. My microservice. So that should be called, real quick, clear Docker PS. So it Docker images. So should it just be, let me see. If I take, all right, so let's say alpha like that. And we do that. And then region, what's my region again? I think it's like US East 4, I think. Don't see the region. I think it's that. All right, let's try that. And then we'll wrap it up for today. Gcloud, invalid value for dash dash tag. Tag value must be in so let's say we do that. The tag value must be in the, okay. Yeah, it is USC 4. Tag value must be in the dot or dot pkg. Oh, okay. Let me see if I copy that. Okay, I got it. So, so what they're talking about is this right here. They want you to copy. This is the tag value right here. They want you to copy this whole thing over here. So we're going to just do that real quick. I mean, let's see if that works. Okay, let's paste that and see what happens. Docker file required when specifying. Docker file required. I didn't see it specify any Docker file. But with that being said, we will Docker file. We'll wrap it up with that. Next week, we'll continue with this next week. We will get this pushed up to Google Cloud, and then we'll get back into our Kubernetes type stuff. But this was fun. We did a lot. We just got to figure out how to submit it, but we also do got to go. We also do got to go for today. All right. So let's wrap up the show with this today. All right. Let me check the chat, and then we'll wrap it up with some Chicago PD talk. All right. Let me see. Let me go here. Okay, so let me check the chat and then we'll wrap it up for today. Let me see. So silly. Yakar, what's your response? You can't fight if you're wrong. All right, and somebody play my theme music. Just like your match. What about my match? What are you referring to about my match? What are you talking about? And you definitely gotta check your read grade. Not really. Not really. All right. So, did you hear the Mitch theme song? The Mitch song. All right. So, anyways, let's get to it. Let's wrap that up. All right. So, the Chicago PD, Mitch. I'm caught up. And are you caught up, Mitch? Are you caught up? Alexis, are you caught up on Chicago PD? The answer should be no, because she should be working on her web development course and her Git course and stuff like that. But we're watching. We're watching. No, but seriously. Did you think that in the first episode, if you're caught up, did you think from the first episode, did you think what happened in the last episode was going to happen? Because I didn't see that coming. I saw it coming in the latest episode, but I didn't see it coming in the first episode. But I should have known, because that's what they always do. That's what they always do. Let's see. But yeah, it was interesting. But I do feel that you know who has bad actors. Tyler Perry does have bad actors. Terrible actor. Yeah, all of his actors are bad. Unless he gets a real actor. Let's see. Mitch says that Chicago PD has been trashed. I mean, well, I never liked Jay ever. I never ever liked Jay, but that's not my worst actor on Chicago PD. But it gets tough. Like, if you ever watch NCIS, I haven't, like, ever since they got rid of, or I haven't watched NCIS in a while, but I saw recently, like maybe a season or two ago, they got rid of Gibbs, and I was like, NCIS is Gibbs. Like, how do you, like, I would have just ended the show and like create a new show, but they just replaced him. Like, how do you do that? Says I watched the new show. I watched what new show? What new show on Netflix? You like Jay. How do you like Jay? I don't know how you like Jay. You know what? There was this one, like, this episode that I took a picture of, because Jay had I think he had a rifle, but he had the safety on, and they were about to breach a building. I'm like, well, that's not supposed to happen. Let's say. The last episode I watched, Ruzik CI. That's not even from this season. Is that even from this season? Alexis, how far back are you? What season was that in? Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
He said, I don't know. It's like that season. Ruzik CI died. That has to be last season. That's not even this season. I mean, if you're not caught up to this season, Alexis, we're gonna have to leave you behind. Let me see. I can't believe you didn't like Haley, but you like Jay out of all people. Jay is not my worst one on there though. I'll let you know once we have that show. I'll let you know who. So Tyler Perry has a show on Netflix called Beauty in Black. Never heard of it. Let's see. definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm like. His CI died like a long time ago. Like I don't know. Agreed, 1000%. I like Jay, but what? Y'all like that? Wait, y'all like that super emotional Jay? Oh my goodness. I can't. I liked Haley. I liked Haley. Not crazy about Kim, but I like Haley. Let's see. Uh, oh my god, I'm on season 12. How many seasons of Chicago PD? Well, no, there are currently 12 seasons. So how are you on season 12? Oh my goodness. The person that died this season wasn't his CI. That's what I'm trying to understand. I'm like, oh my goodness. It says, leave me behind and
Congratulations, you played yourself.
uh, I don't like. I'm not crazy. Like I don't know. I'm not crazy about him. I don't like Jay though. But I do like Ruzik, especially how Mitch how he reacted in the first episode. He was on point. Like you saw how he was like after all that happened with his friend, and he was like he just said like 1, 2, 3, let's get to work, and he got back out there, and he was going like doing his thing. So I like that. But yeah, so what that means Alexis, like when we have that show, when we have that show, you cannot show up because we're gonna have spoilers on that show. So when Mitch decides he wants to have the show, we're gonna have spoilers. Um, See, Mitch, this is where you fail. This is where you fail.
Do not come.
You you you're focusing on the wrong things, Mitch. You're focusing on the wrong things. Um, this Atwater, the worst one, cannot act. That is true. That is true. But I still like Atwater though. I still like it. He is super emotional sometimes, but not in the way that Jay is emotional. Um, but still not my worst. Still not my worst. That's it. And might have to mix. Do I have to start watching SWAT again? I have to go see the terrible acting of Shamar Moore. I gotta go see terrible acting Shamar Moore. Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? Why, Mitch? Why? I don't want to see Shamar Moore. Like, like. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I am gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you had a good time. Let me know because
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
And Mitch says, focusing on the wrong things. I got a friend that looks like her. Hey, in that case, carry on, Mitch. Carry on. And no, don't gotta watch just the bad acting. All right. I'm gonna say all right. Unpopular take, right? I'm gonna say that Shamar Moore is a worse actor than Atwater, and here's why. Shamar Moore has been acting forever, right? Atwater, he started, and I mean, from that we know of, he started in Chicago PD when he was on like working a regular patrol, and he was regular patrol, and he just came up through there. But Shamar Moore been all over the place. He was on Criminal Minds. He's on SWAT. He was on what's the name of that other show? He was on like some soap operas and stuff like that. And he still sucks. And he still sucks. But you know, Mitch, did you ever watch God, what's the name? Bosch. Did you ever watch Bosch on Amazon Prime? I like Bosch. I also like the books as well. But I like, even though Atwater is a bad actor, I still like him though. I still like him. He fumbles a lot, but I still like him. He fumbles a lot. My God, he fumbles a lot. But I still like him though. Let's see. So Alexis says, y'all hate on all the black male actors. That is not true. That is not true. We hate on all bad actors, all right? They can be from anywhere. They can be any race. We hate on all bad male actors and also all bad female actors as well. All right? Just saying. I'm just saying, you know? All right, I'm going to give you another actor who's not black, Alexis. The show FBI, the tall Omar, he's a terrible actor. Terrible actor, right? Just saying. He's a terrible actor. What can I say? Detective Green from Law and Order, from like the old school Law and Order, he was pretty good. I like Detective Green. Right? Just saying. You know? So we just hate on bad actors, that's all. See, there you go. Denzel is the best. Agrees, Shamar Moore is trash.
Bruh.
Says he was on The Rock show and he had on HBO too, Atwater. Don't even know. Yep. It'd be your own people, SMH. Well, Mitch, you might have to give her a crash course on who my people are. I'm just saying. Ballers Atwater was on there for like 2 seconds. Does that even count? Did I not? What did I say? I didn't say Criminal Minds. What did I say? I thought I said Criminal Minds. But yeah, Criminal Minds. He was on Criminal Minds. But wasn't he on some soap operas as well? Like way long ago, wasn't he on some soap operas? Let me see. I gotta get out of here. More soap opera. Let me see. He became known to legions of daytime television fans for his Emmy-winning performance as Malcolm Winters on the popular CBS serial The Young and the Restless. Yeah, he was on the Young. I never watched it, but he was on The Young and Restless, right? Did I not say Criminal Minds? If I not, I meant to say Criminal Minds, but you're right. All right, cool. Well, that's it. That's it for today. You guys know. Yeah. Before my time too, but I knew people who watched it. But you guys know yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not tomorrow's price because
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
the price of the brick is always. He did win an Emmy. Yep, he did win an Emmy, but believe it or not, he did win an Emmy. But the price of brick is always going up, and we are out.
Tech Coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains. But trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands, he shouts. But trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, we're the squad on the lane. Fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.
In the middle of the night, feeling good, feeling right. Thought he was the one, under city lights so bright. But then the phone rang and my heart dropped like a stone. As door crashed and burned, I'm left here all alone. Had plans for the stars, but now I'm stuck below. The line's gone cold, where did he go? So I'm scrolling through my phone, but he won't call me back. Was that just a moment? Now I'm fading to black. Azure blue and broken, no one hears my plea. Lost love in the silence, just an engineer's misery. Rushing through the codes, fingers flying on the keys. Fixing what's broken, ain't no time for some Z's. Thought love was in the air, now it's just a mess. Found out he moved on, my heart's feeling the stress. Cause he's got a smile, while I'm drowning in these tears. Thought we had a spark, but it vanished in the gears. So I'm scrolling through my phone, but he won't call me back. Was that just a moment? Now I'm fading to black. Azure blue and broken, no one hears my